Hello everyone, Warangel here, and welcome back to Crusader Kings 3, A Man Out of Time, where we are playing as, well, me. Due to some time traveling issues, we have managed to travel back to 867 and become the Välï of La, a county settlement right down here on in the Middle East, in the modern day area of Iran. So, yeah. Interesting location for us to be starting off with as a Welshman. Now, before I get started with today's episode, I want to take a moment just to say thank you for those of you that have watched the first episode and have enjoyed it. This series is meant to be a bit more casual than the Total War games I do, just something a little different and an opportunity for me to relax, do some role playing, and see what the game takes us in terms of direction. So, hope you guys continue to enjoy the rest of the series, and I look forward to seeing what happens. And in particular, let me thank Anderson Kaur, if I've pronounced your name right, for giving a bit of a backstory for how me has ended up in this time and place. Now, like I said, this is going to be mainly role-playing, but we are going to have to metagame things a little bit, due to the fact that it is a game. And something that was pointed out by Eben Maynard in the last episode is the fact that we don't have a player heir, which could be an issue, given the fact that that would basically mean a game over. So he suggested it could be because of the Welsh culture, but I did have a look before I started recording, and nothing on here, in terms of the Welshness, stops us from actually having female heirs, although I did notice we are apparently picking up maritime mercantilism. Interesting, not that relevant given our location, but interesting that our culture head has decided to put that out of his own, prestige. The main problem, though, comes more from the fact of our religion. Now, myself, I'm not a religious man. We are just paying lip service to it, essentially. Paying lip service to it, I should say, because it's the safe option to do. So we are just following this to a degree, but in terms of culturally and that, but one of the issues is the fact that it's male-dominated, which means my two daughters cannot inherit. And I did see if we can try and swap it over. We could come over here, but unfortunately, we can't swap over to male preference, which would have been more useful. Not only do my vassals oppose this, but we need to have high crown authority, which we can't get yet. So, how am I going to do this and also be able to roleplay the character? Well, the easy option would have been just to divorce my wife and get a younger model, but my character's wife and her love each other. They are soulmates. They've got 100 opinion of one another. It's very unlike him or me to divorce my wife just for the sake of not being able to have children. They've already got two lovely daughters, one of which is a genius from her side of the family, and the other one is quick. So we got two great daughters out of this. So what I've thought would be the best way of role-playing it is to try and get some concubines. Right? I'm not going to be the sort that's going to be trying and seducing women out of wedlock and things like that, but at the end of the day, we need to get a male heir. And my character's wife has had an interesting experience with her husband. You know, he's not like the more traditional male with multiple wives. He has chosen her and has dedicated himself to her. You know, they are soulmates. So it is with a heavy heart that she is going to be okay with having concubines for the sake of having a male heir. So we're not going to go too crazy about it, but we are going to have to work on it. So what I'm thinking is that we're going to go to find a character. We'll go all within inside diplomatic range. We don't want a ruler. We want an adult who's female and unmarried. And we're going to sort by opinion of me. Now, we want someone, I would say ideally in their 30s, just to give us that extra time. So already I'm not thinking, well, Sapina is 40, but she's also possessed. Fair enough. You, cynical, humble, calm, you are 40. I mean, you're doable. I think, though, Nuga here would be a better choice. I mean, she's got generous, diligent, calm. She's an astute intellectual. Novice physician. I think she just has more traits that would be appealing to me as an individual. So, I know it's weird. I'm talking about the character, me, and yeah, this is weird. Anyway, we cannot invite her to court. Plus 15 opinion of me right, so what we're going to have to do is seduce her if we can. 95% chance. Okay, we'll take that. We'll pin her in place, and what we're going to do is just work on them one at a time. And... oh, Cities of Wonder, I forgot about this. So I saw this, the Cities of Wonder free mod has been introduced now for Crusader Kings 3, so I decided to include it. It's a nice little mod that allows you to have some of the big bustling cities that existed at a time. So as you can see, historical burges can be added to the world. I will do this. And to give you an example of one, if I can find Baghdad's, which is somewhere around here. Here, right. If I go into Baghdad, Baghdad now is a level 5 settlement of Burj and can be further upgraded, as well as I believe get some unique buildings. So it is possible for us to do that with any of our settlements eventually, but some of them already start off at level 5, and I thought that'd be just kind of cool to try and do, you know. But anyway, we do have a point to get. I'm going to go for Iron Constitution, then No 5 Self, and work on my way down here. Once we've done Whole of Body, I think we're going to switch over to one of the other ones, because for me, I don't think I would be that interested in going down Theology, given the fact that my character is cynical, the fact that he's not really a believer, so it doesn't quite make sense for me. Maybe we'll go for Stewardship or something like that. But Master of Words. As a scholar of the diplomatic arts, I am well aware of the power of eloquent compliments. Showing admiration for a woman's best qualities is a sure path to her heart. I'm going to write a letter to her complimenting her. I'm going to say rational, brilliant mind. And it was well received. That's really good news. Right, what else are we doing while we wait for the seduction to carry on? We are currently building simple pastures in La. Okay, that's fine. It's just finished. It's going to give us a little bit of extra cash. Oh, apparently you're not too happy with my dear Chancellor. Can we swap my Chancellor around? Let's have a look. Right, because you're high learning, let's go for something pious. She seemed completely engrossed in the decision, and as she rearranges her dress, she says to me, "Good choice, Gareth." That's great, isn't it? The Marshal's picked up a new commander. He's a pretty good. I will let him join. Right, my daughter's picked up the Iranian language. Right, how are the rest of my people doing? You've learned all the languages I believe you can learn. 2 out of 4. So you've learned Brythonic, Iranian, and Scythian, which is my wife's language. Your sister can still study one more. Yeah, you can learn that too. Okay, let's let things continue. I've got 103. Have we got... oh. Nuke and I crouched side by side, the flighty antelope in front of us, unaware of our presence. My own attention is unwavering, especially as Nurka's blouse brushes against me. When I reach over to embrace her, I find that she also has her attention elsewhere. As the antelope disappears, our naked flesh is already cradled by the soft earth as well as each other. Okay, we are going to become lovers for the sake of this, and can we? We can now invite her to court, fantastic. Alright, let's bring you up. And we are going to make you a concubine. Just so we can guarantee, you know, regular interactions going on, you know? And hopefully, because we seduced her first, we should be able to have a child fairly quick. Oh, heartbreak. Oh no. I'm entertaining some important members of a nearby city today. They include high-ranking officials, merchants, scholars, and more. Now notice, okay, it has nothing to do with me. He is melancholy because of a woman. Love is cruel. I can relate to him well. Sure. As I chat with him, he tries to play coy, but can't deny his heart is broken. I cannot determine whether because the girl rejected him, is with another man, died, or something else has happened, but it's clear he will never be with her. And she does seem to be an impressive woman, so there's a busty wench to satisfy your carnal desires. Wow. I would say there are many women out there. Surely you will meet another. I mean, we just did. And speaking of her, Nuga has now become pregnant. Okay, we're going to see if she gives birth to a son. If she does, great. If not, we'll seduce another woman and bring her on. So, what have we got? 126. Is there anywhere else that we can... oh, it's here. I thought there was. You can get farm and fields. Blood and spit. Just ignore him, that'll be fine. We do have a lot of wards, I noticed, because one of the mods we got allows us to basically have infinite wards. So we've been having them flung at us, basically. And most of them are people like, this one here is my liege's daughter, and so is a bunch of them. I am making sure, though, to educate all my children as well, so yeah. Oh, speaking of children, we've got a son. Okay, that saves me having to go out into the world seducing more women. I'm quite happy to just have one concubine, because she is the mother of my son now. We're gonna keep her, you know, we're not gonna just throw her to the street, essentially, now that she's done her job. So, Kedig, a job, you know, she does care for my character. I think we're gonna go... I'm gonna call you Daviv. That's a good Welsh name, Daviv. Right, and of course we're going to... Oh, bleeding out. I'm inspecting the barracks infirmary when a severely injured soldier's brought in. He's losing too much blood. Where's the physician? Rhiannon is nowhere to be found, but I might be that man's hope. My wife comes out to help me. I could insult her a little, but then have a 100% chance to get 300 learning experience. I can have her help and get 50 while she becomes my friend. But she's really my soulmate, so sure, step back. Bleeding out, my patient screams and thrashes. Even if 3 grown men... grown men weigh him down. Every step of the way is a battle, but my knowledge does not fail me, my hand remains steady. I saved a life today. Got 300 experience and had a man join my cause. Excellent. And we picked up another perk. So now we're going to go for Know Thyself. And death is 1 year away, we will know. Yeah, as long as it's through natural causes. Right, crop fields are being done. I think now... My daughter's been taught a lesson in vassal management. You're going for learning, so patient or forgiven. I'm going to go patient. Fits my character as well. Let's see. Let me have a look. I can help her translate the text, get more experience, and increase her learning, so might as well go for the 100% chance. Right. Let me have a quick look at something. What were you doing? You were learning. You were doing intrigue. Okay. And we haven't... You're too young yet to have picked up anything. Right. My lord, my Count Imam Zahak approaches me with urgency. A local merchant has a copy of the compendious book of calculations by completion and balancing. God, that is a mouthful. I can get the book for him. I mean, I could potentially get the book. Well, sounds like a you problem. Well, to be honest, I'm not gonna... The fact that you have a book... I'm not too worried about the fact that you want the book. I mean, get your own book. It's just... Why would you come to me and it's like... Do you think I'm some sort of OnlyFans member? Ugh. Anyway. Sorry, that was harsh. Anyway, 59 gold. We're slowly building things up still. I think... Okay, we could go for upgrade Nazwis, but we don't actually own anything here. Could build the Germain Mosque of Nazwis. Okay. But we need the Islamic aesthetic. Okay. La, I think we're all done. Yes, we are. And Naband is done. Okay, good. What's this? During the trip to the castle town, my ward Zaradoct and her servant Kamran vanished without a trace for several hours. Our guards conducted an in-depth search and found they had been accidentally locked in a storehouse. No one confessed to locking them in there, but Sheaf was found greatly calming. You know what? Very good. You were patient. You waited for the rescue and you managed to get it. Well done, you. Okay, we could declare wards or create an accolade. I'm really not worried about that. Let me just check. We've got our core physician who's terrible. Let's see if we can find a better one. We've got a bit of cash, so there we go. A nosy problem. While relaxing in my courtyard, I noticed one of my young maidservants trying to discreetly pick her nose. I don't know what Mara's put this in, but this is funny. To be fair to her, she's very discreet about it. No one else noticed. But it is a rather rude thing to do, and she is young. You know, I'm sure she didn't mean to. Something must have clogged up her nose. I mean, she's been discreet about it, so sure. We also got the opportunity for core physician, average, terrible. We'll go for you. And another learning trait, healthy this time for a medium health boost. Fingers crossed, we may live a fair while. Even though my character's melancholic, the fact is, we are feeling fine. We got stoic from the culture, iron constitution, healthy, medicine focus. Well, that's going to really help out. The gift of generosity now. Emily has been impressed with one of the household knights, or Faris, for a very long time. She's been repeating the warrior's words, give others their due and you will receive your own in turn. She can become generous or gain diligence. I mean, she's already generous. Oh, she keeps it, sorry. You know what, sure, you can keep generous. I think that's a reasonable trait to have, being generous with your time and to help others. Right. Oh, we haven't got... We could do with a thing, right. Single leaf. Oh, we've had a nap. Oh, that's nice. Okay. And conversation over cakes now. My entourage and I strolling back towards Darajat when we come across my steward and his retinue, skulking around my capital unannounced business. He's finding things a bit uncomfortable and then offers to have some tea and some hashish-infused cakes. Can make a decorative night of it. You know what? Perhaps we can have a cake or two, sure. But I want to see about upgrading our men at arms. We can have another regiment. So, oops, I hit the wrong button. Right, create men at arms. Right. So we got. Okay, just to clarify, one of the mods I've got changes the names of the men at arms to fit the culture. So because we are Welsh, we've got Welsh names for our people. So we got Merionir, Welyn, Taylor, and Catrevs. Catrev is an interesting one. Taylor is family, right? So Taylor, this would normally be what you would give the name to bodyguards of your knights, you know, your brothers in arms, essentially your family, Taylor. But Catrev is Welsh for home. So this is basically saying homes or houses. Not sure why you would give spearmen such a name. Or pikemen, I should say. Interesting, but okay. What I would be on, this is a metagame in a little bit, but eventually we're going to deal with my liege. So what do you have? You've got a whole host of iron, which are heavy infantry who count as spearmen. So what do we have that counts as heavy infantry? I think it's you guys, isn't it? Yeah, count as heavy infantry. We're going to grab a unit of you. And what I would like to do, we've got a unit of bowmen, but I'm going to disband them and swap them out instead for longbowmen. Now, this is coming from the Welsh culture. They're very good against skirmishers and heavy cavalry, and as we go through the different eras, as long as we keep that tradition of longbowmen, they will get better over time. So I will happily get a unit of you too, and you, I think you were going to be in Narband, and then you can head back. Oops, no, here. Perfect. That'll give them a chance to replenish. Which just makes it a little bit more interesting to have proper Welsh longbowmen in Iran, of all places. I know, it's weird, I know. But, hey-ho. Crop fields have been built. Excellent. Okay, my ward has also been impressed with one of the household Faris, and she's got the idea of working hard. You know what? Sure, become diligent. Work hard for your people. Ooh. There was no end to the opinions and wants of my son and heir, Daviv. Half the time he's trying to tell me what to do instead of the other way around, so he's become bossy, which could potentially lead to martial or stewardship. Do I want my ward Gonaz to learn about our history? Because if you remember, we are a witch. The witch is representing more the fact that I am a modern day person with quite a bit of more futuristic knowledge compared to 867, so she's not a member of the family, so no, sorry. I quite like the idea of trying something martial focused. And we got the Badism. What culture is this? Religion is this? It is Muslim. The Ibadi do not believe that it is necessary for the entirety of Islam to be governed by a caliph or an imam if there is no suitable candidate. They are therefore muhakinim, recognizing neither the line of Ali or the successors of Abu Bakr as worthy leaders. You know, good for them. My character is not religious, we don't care. But, yeah, we're going to have a martial son as our next character. Interesting. Alright, good thing we're building up our regiments, eh? But I think, in fact, let me check something. Head back here. Right, yeah, we do have camel breeders right now. I think if we get enough cash, it might be better to swap them over for something else. Oh, Emily could become a witch. Yep, she deserves to know his power. So, ended. Oh. In one of the larger villages of La, a respected elder has recently passed away. He was beloved by all for his virtue and wisdom. As a community leader for many years, he's got good relationships, few had anything bad to say about him. His funeral attracted many people, and some people even believe his spirit will provide the land with many blessings. We've got grandfather's blessing for 4 years. Extra hold in taxes and development growth. Thank you for your contribution even in death. Militia. Yeah, so we want to have this one for the 20% bonus, ideally. So, another 2 months and we should be able to get it. Golnaz has now come of age. What did she get? Thrifty clerk. Good. Fair enough. I don't think I was really paying that much attention to her. Oh, and Yuka's pregnant again. Okay, let's swap over the camel breeders. And we'll have a chance to see then what is our next child going to be. Ooh. Oh. I was hoping to actually try and take advantage of this. We could have actually gone to the Grand Tournament held by the Basilius of the Byzantine Empire. Very nice of him to invite me. But unfortunately I'm not going to get there in time. Well, that's a shame. Right. Let's go whole body. And now that we've got that, I'm going to switch over, like I said, to stewardship. And I think we're going to focus on domain. What I'm thinking is probably go down architecture. Because we are trying to develop things a bit. Oh. My name is Griot, my lord. I've come up before you to offer you my wisdom. You approached the castle riding a donkey, my lord, backwards. Okay. He's a theologian, loyal, mastermind philosopher, content, callous. I could get him to give me some useful insights. We could make him into... parading through the streets like a fool. You know what? Join the court. Why not? You've obviously followed a thing. In fact, I am impressed with you enough. You can be married. Oh my god, what am I doing? Bathing alone is a rare treat for me. It's the Välï. I am attended at all times. Okay. Thank god we got the fig leaf there, eh? Gently leveraging my languid form from the bath, I fell over. Oh, I should be more careful. Okay, that was the thing. And we got another daughter. Eolid, I should say. You know what? Sure. We'll have you be educated by us as well. There we go. We're doing alright. We've now got an heir. We've got 3 daughters. One of which has now just come of age. Ooh, what should you get? Mastermind philosopher. Wowee. She's really good. Right. Even though she's not going to inherit, I still think it's a good idea that we try and get a matrilineal marriage for her. And if we can, I wonder if we can find someone who is a genius. We've got one who's 54. I don't think it's fair to marry my 16-year-old daughter to a 54-year-old man. My character, as me, has not really gone through those changes yet. So what about intelligence? 35 is a bit more reasonable. You are Hindu, and from a foreign culture. You know what? Sure. He's up for it. There we go. And I'll let them do their thing. Perfect. So that's one character down. We've got 2 more to do. Another year, and you'll be able to start learning languages, and we got a beggar's friend. We were all surprised to learn that Nuka is good friends with a well-known beggar in a nearby town. When asked about it, she said that her friend is just like any one of us, with hopes, fears, likes and dislikes. We share a number of interests, hard as it is to believe. He happened to learn a few things in his youth, so he wasn't always like this. You know what? Who am I to judge? I could even try and hire him if he wanted. You know what? Sure. I'm in a position to help someone that my concubine cares about. The mother of my son, so of course. Right. You can keep compassionate. I'm really not too worried about the wards. I would just try to give them some good traits like compassionate, trusting, because you never know when it might come in handy down the line, you know? Right. Continuing to get a bit of extra money. Let's start building up. Oh, we're getting exhausted because of our melancholy. That makes sense. I get days like that. Okay, you have now learned Scythian. Magadi? Do I really need you to learn that? I don't know. Never would I have thought that a man could have too much love, yet it seems life has proved me wrong. No, I might break me. What is life without love? Like I said, I don't really want to... Sure, you can learn... In fact, it might be useful for us to learn her language as well. She's been... Bless her, she's come to this country, a whole different culture. We haven't even learned her language. Whoops. Okay, you've been impressed. Well done, you. The young mediator. David has attempted to preach among his fellow youngsters and become the target of a small fight. Okay, he can be calm, brave, or zealous. I think brave is much fitting for him, given his martial, education. I think, though, for at least religious purposes, I'm not going to worry about what religion any character picks and chooses for the moment. Oh. Wait, did I not say to educate him? I thought I did. Oh. I mean, wait a minute. Emily is an excellent educator, but she is fantastic in her stats. Let me think on this. I wonder, can we... First of all, let me get you educated by me, because I'm also excellent, but that gives me more control. If we go to the courtiers... Cantina, you're good. Emily is better. And this is more guaranteed to keep her in the thing. One of the other mods, as you can see, allows you to see which traits and skills have a contribution towards the positions. So because she is a genius, and I believe she is patient? I can't tell from here. I think she is. Yeah, replace. Yeah, because she's patient, because she's a genius, right? And she's got high learning, she is fantastic in that position. So, yeah, you can do that for me. But you are old enough now to start learning languages, so you're going to start learning Iranian first. It's only fitting, given where we are. Right. Nuga's pregnant again. And Kainan has come of age. Chicane flamboyant trickster. Okay, that's fair enough. We're going to increase our longbowmen. We've got a bit of cash, we may as well, you know. As for you, are you reclusive already? Okay. I'm going to, again, find a matrilineal marriage for you. So, matrilineal. And you can follow in your sister's footsteps and go for a slightly older man. Between the two of them, we're at least getting intelligent, hopefully, bred into the family, so to speak. And he's very happy to take it. That's good news. Right. War manual. Do I want this for the extra scheme power? We can pay 50 gold. Sure, we are 99% chance, sure. We'll pay 10 gold instead, and we now got... I believe this is our first artifact, yeah. A little bit of bonus when it comes to learning languages, which is quite useful. Right, what else do we have to do? Money's still coming in, slowly but surely. And we have another son, Yestin. Okay. Sure. May you grow strong and wise. And you're also going to be educated by me. Nope, she is not going to be embraced into the great inveterate. Wars like hell, I tell you. An veteran is telling Turan his woeful life story. Who are you? I guessed. Oh, wait. Oh, you're the younger son of my liege. Okay. Keep callous, cynical, or greedy. Sure, I'm gonna make him greedy. If my liege has any issues with this, he shouldn't be sending his children to be educated by me. Apparently, Zara Doctor spit in Adashir's food. Just ignore her, become vengeful, become deceitful. Yeah, ignore her. I'm trying to teach him to become calm. He may become a good king later on, so... I finally learned my concubine and lover's thing. But she was not happy with the fact that we weren't elected to her. Whoops. Ooh, you're trying to steal farm thing. Honesty, deceitful, or humble. Honesty will serve you best, I think. We picked up our first perk. Okay. Taxman, cutting stones, meritocracy, or golden obligations. I think we're going to go for cutting cornerstones first. Although saying that, I do think we've basically upgraded everything. I don't know if we can. Oh, we just need money for some of these. Or we need barracks. Okay. In fact, let me have a look at my culture. How are they focusing on right now? Barracks. Okay. Be done in about 24 years. Right, that might take a little while then. Okay. Right, we've got another pregnancy I noticed. Oh, wait. Something had popped up behind here. It's something to do with guardianship. Okay, she has become fortune builder. My liege wants Daviv to be raised by... thing. No. Why would I want that? He was a poor educator. He's my son. And I'm better than thing. Why would I want that? I mean, to be fair, my character really, really likes his liege. And you can see that 100 plus 100. He doesn't seem to like us so much. Although, he doesn't mind the fact that we've learned Iranian. That's something. Let's see, okay, riding through the streets, we hear a loud crash. Someone threw a great pot from their window. Those peons, that could have hurt someone, apparently. Oh, another son, we got Mark. Mark? I suppose you would say this Mark. I never really thought March. Oh, everyone's Fragan, Stinian, Andreas, Riddock, Kurik, Amelia. You know what? I'm going to call you Seren. Seren means star. And it's a, what's normally used for boys' names. I've also met one or two girls called Seren. So it's more, it's got a leaning more towards one than the other, but generally it's a unisex name. Right, you've learned Iranian, fantastic. Apparently a hunter has spent a large amount of gold and bragging about a deal he struck. You know what? Thank you for bringing this to my attention. We'll have to keep an eye about that. Okay, doing the trip to town. This one got lost. Sure, you were patient, you learned well, okay. Alright, you can now learn, what's Sinhalese? Can we not learn Arabic? I'm sure that was one of the languages people knew about. Here we are. You can learn Arabic. Let's sort out educations now. You're bossy. So I'm going to let you become a steward. You haven't picked up anything yet. Okay. Stewart has popped out as a desperate need for a new road. Sure. Like I said, me as a character, my goal would be to try and build up these province a bit. So I think that would make more sense. Oh, wait. He died? Yeah, he died. Okay. So this guy's also being educated by me, but apparently we're really not a big fan of him. But he kind of likes us. Fair enough. Sure, he's offered me a position as steward. I'll quite happily take that. And we've got a fair bit of gold right now. Let's see. You know what? This will help the road, sure. You see, I wonder. Technically, if I was in my character, This will be a prime opportunity to try and either become independent once more or even try and take his territory. Because he hasn't got any, any alliances. He's only got his levies, which he's got a fair few of them, including onagers. But, like, again, I wouldn't see the need to. This guy, we're not really liking him, but he is entrusted to us. We're not going to turn around and force him, you know? But I think what we will do is continue to build up the regiments. So we'll go for one of each of you two. We may as well get ready for the day, you know? And what's this? It's not often a commoner addresses me directly, but Yishao reports on the construction efforts in Darabja. The plan for the road was to pass through this field, my liegeness, but I know the kind of soil we're working with. Might have some of my peasants could request that we reroute it for the nearby forest. It will cost 50 gold, but it will make a much better quality and progress. You know what? Sure. I will take their opinion. Tuan has become a capable blade user. I didn't realize you were... Oh, you're actually going for diplomacy. Sure. You can become calm. Right. Let's see. The road is going well. We can continue to expand the road further. Get it... thing or to cut costs. Okay, which one? These two both give the same progress and quality, but what's the difference? Extra popular opinion and less danger? Or this one, extra growth. You know what? Expand it further, do that. Industrious king. Dav has been learning the records of long lost kings. Okay, managed to rule for 100 years. The guy reckons Dav reckons because the king was such a hard worker that he was ushered to a golden age, propping him up for a long life. Okay. Get through the book by the end of today and you might be like him yet. He become just or zealous. You know what? Keep diligent. I think on that happy note, we can bring today's episode to an end. It's just gone about 37 minutes. I want to do it a little longer because I did do a lot of chatting at the beginning. But things are going okay for Välï Gareth of La. We're 65, yet... Okay, we are actually getting poor now. Mainly because of the exhaustion and our melancholy. But we've managed to secure a... an heir for our lands with David. We've also got a fair few now, including 2 more sons. So we've got 3 altogether. 50-50 split. Very happy with the situation. The 2 eldest, because of them coming from their mother, who was a genius, is going to be able to carry that on. In fact, Emily is now pregnant, I just noticed. 4 months away from having our first grandson. Wow. You've picked up lover's pox from somebody. Huh. You don't have it. You're rakish. Oh, right. She must be finding things quite stressful. Or maybe because she's lustful. Because now she's a recluse who enjoys sequestering herself away from people. She's rakish, so she's spending time in the brothel, and she's picked up lover... Oh dear. Oh dear. Anyway, thank you guys for watching today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and you join me next time as we continue to see how David basically progresses. He's going to be our next character, and if we can make him into a good warrior, this may come in good stead when it comes to sorting out expanding the territory a little bit. But we'll see how it goes. But thank you for watching, guys. I hope you join me next time for some more CK3. Otherwise, take care, and goodbye for now.